Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stop what you're doing. Stop playing the game. Get off that iPad, get off that iPhone, turn the TV off, turn the
Oh,
TV off, turn this TV off.
she did sing it.
Because over here is just hoops. I'm Amari, this is Darion. Quick before we get into it, want to apologize for the missed episode on Friday. Spring break, both of us traveling, moving around a lot. Couldn't get our schedules together to get that episode in. But we back at school, ready to lock in, get back on schedule. But before we start, how was that spring break, bro?
Spring break was good. Always good to go home, see the parents, see the siblings, see all the family. This weekend I went up to Chicago, celebrating 2 years.
Congratulations,
And
man.
I
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Big milestone. Many more to come, but it was fun. Good to get out, tour the city, go to dinner. Had a good time.
Yeah, I heard you spent a pretty big tab on the dinner. What you have?
So I got what did I get? Some crab stuffed shrimp,
Hey,
but
that's $50 right there. But go ahead.
no, it was only her steak was 50, but
Mm,
that's a different story.
okay.
The shrimp was just like normal shrimp and it had like crab cakes on top of it.
Right.
It was fire. It was fire, I ain't gonna lie. And then she got a steak, and then we got some macaroni, we got some mashed potatoes.
Mm.
Those was fire. And then I got an apple pie, and I haven't had apple pie in a while, and I took that first bite, I almost dropped a tear. That was great. That was some great apple pie. It was hot. It was just perfect. So
Uh-huh.
at dinner, it was worth the bill that I got.
Yeah, bro. Hey, it's a blessing that you can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank the Lord for that. But me spring break, it was cool. Did a lot of training. Was in Florida. Enjoyed the weather. Sucked to get off that plane yesterday, and it was gray outside, raining a little bit, windy. But back to reality. Ready to lock in. A lot of hoops going on right now. Obviously,
Man.
March Madness. Man, where do we begin?
Yeah. No.
Um, I was talking to moms about March Madness, and like it's hard to like analyze games in March
Okay.
Madness. You know what I mean? Like you kind of just got to enjoy the experience. Any games that stuck out to you
Uh,
most?
this weekend, I wasn't as locked in as I have been previously. I was present in the moment,
Right,
celebrating my time. But I did
right.
catch yesterday, I caught the St. John's game
Hmm.
against Arkansas, and it was interesting to see that we both had St. John's going
Yeah,
Elite Eight at
yeah.
least, and their inability to shoot outside and caught up with them.
Hmm.
2 for 7, 2 for 19 from three, something like that.
Yeah.
That's tough. You shot 9% on the game. You can't. You're not going to win in a tournament like this shooting 9%, and then your best player getting benched shooting 3 for 17. Did you see into that?
No. I saw what Patino was saying in the post game, in the press conference, like why are they asking him the question? You saw what he was shooting. Um, and I feel like it's rare that we see a coach take out the best player, even when they're shooting bad. I mean, do you agree? Do you disagree? What you think?
Well, when I was watching, I heard the commentators. They're like, "It's crazy that he's not in the game. Like, even if he was 1 for 30, I'd have him in as coach."
Right.
Like Patino said, he played 30 minutes.
Hmm.
And he shot 3 for 17 in 30 minutes.
Yep.
That 30 minutes is a lot more time than a lot of people play in college basketball.
Yeah.
Gave him countless opportunities to continue to try to better it. And his last shot that he took before he got subbed out, he tried to create contact. He just threw it up and completely airballed. That's not a good shot in a situation where you're trying to come back and get back into this game.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily opposed to the position or the
Decision.
decision. I said position.
Yeah.
The decision. And then it's Rick. How long has he been doing this?
Yeah. You know what he's doing.
Yeah,
Two national championships. You know what he's doing.
he's not just making a decision because he wants to make it. There's reasonings behind all of it. So
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah. I St. John's, man, that was disappointing. But Arkansas is probably one of the I think they're the lowest seeded team left, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
No,
Um,
they're 10, so yeah, they are. Unless New
yeah.
Mexico wins
What'd
against
you say?
said unless New Mexico wins against Michigan State, but they're also a 10.
I wanted to get into that Marquette, New Mexico game. But coming into this tournament, I said, when the Big East tournament, when I was watching the final, Marquette, I don't think they're a good tournament team. I
Yeah, you
said
did.
that.
You did.
Now, I did not expect them to go out first round. Obviously, I picked them. When we did our predictions, I had Marquette beating them, and then I thought that their path favored them with New Mexico and even Michigan State. I thought that they could pull up an upset against Michigan State, but the lack of offense showed, and it's being a tough defensive team. It can get you a long way, but you got to have a consistent offense to back that up, and their lack of consistent offense showed in this one. And another team with a lack of consistent offense, Clemson.
Yeah.
Man,
That was terrible.
that was terrible. I think that they had
They had
13 points at the
13
half.
points at the half.
That's come on, man. We're talking a team that was in the ACC championship this year. And even in that game, it was really ugly. In the ACC championship game, it was really ugly. And their lack of offense showed. And these teams that are really good defensively with not a consistent offense, they're getting exposed in this tournament.
I mean, Clemson, did they even have a good defense? McNeese just came out and did whatever they wanted, honestly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Clemson, they weren't there. They weren't mentally prepared. They didn't want to be there, and it showed. And with 13 points going into the half, that by itself is absurd.
yeah. You deserve to go home.
At this level of basketball, you're scoring 13 points in 20 minutes.
Yeah, come on.
What are we talking about? And I'm pretty sure one player on McNeese had 14 going into half. He had more than the
Mhm.
whole team going into
Right.
half. Like they didn't want to be there. And then, like you said, with New Mexico, or not New Mexico, with
Marquette.
yeah, I didn't catch that game in full, but you gotta, like you said, you gotta have something to back up that defense. You can't get stops and then do nothing with it. And
Right.
both of those teams had stuff like that going on where you do good on the defensive side, then you do nothing. You're just giving the other team opportunities, and
Mhm.
you're not gonna get that stop every time.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else on the analytical side. You don't have anything else, right?
Um, no, I don't have anything. No, yeah, that's it.
Wanted to check in with some of the brackets. If you could pull up like the app real quick. I want to look at our bracket percentages. I made seven, I made eight brackets, I think. Yeah, I
Oh,
made eight brackets. And let me know what your high I want to see the highest percentage brackets that you still have left. Because I mean, some of these are pretty high, honestly.
yeah.
Um,
I made six,
uh,
and I have two brackets that are 94%.
I have my first bracket is 96.8%. I have Florida winning, so that win against UConn today was huge. And then my seventh bracket that I made is 94% with Bama as a winner. Um, I do have one at the bottom here, 19.5%. This was a big upset one that I was picking through. Had Duke as a winner there. Um, but yeah, bro, the percentages look good, honestly.
Yeah, I'm laughing, but my lowest is 16.9%.
Mm,
I
mm.
don't even know who I clicked on that one, but I should just should have did that.
It should have just scrapped that one.
Yeah, but my two that are 94, I got Houston and I got Duke. So
Okay,
both still alive, both looking good.
right.
So I high hopes there.
Yeah. Now the episode Friday, we were supposed to go through the women's bracket. Can we just go through real quick and talk about maybe our final four and winners?
With the women's, I think it's gonna be a lot of one seeds, a lot of power conferences, or
Yeah,
not conferences, power teams.
yeah.
So I do think UConn will knock off USC in the Elite Eight and go to the
Mhm.
Final Four. But then I think it'll be South Carolina, Texas, and then I gotta go UCLA. They match up well against everyone. They overmatch everyone, honestly. But
Right.
So I have that. That's my four, final four.
Yeah, I have the same, except I have UCLA, UConn, and then I have South Carolina, TCU.
Ooh,
Yes, I got TCU upset in Texas.
TCU's looking nice.
Yeah, man. As you said, UCLA's path is very favorable.
Yeah,
USC got to go through UConn. UConn got to go through USC. That's
yeah.
going to be a big battle there in the eight. Expecting they both make it. Who was your winner or
I
final in the winner?
final. I got UConn SC,
Mhm.
and I think Paige gets one final year. I think she's able to pull one out, get her a ring, and then go to the
Yeah,
WNBA.
had the exact same results. UConn, South Carolina, UConn winning. Points, total points. I have 153.
I have 137.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, South Carolina's not a team that has a person that's going to score a lot of points, but UConn put them points on the board.
UConn does put points up. They,
UConn put them points on the board.
I think both teams will. I think they'll be fundamentally sound on defense. So I
Mhm.
don't think it'll be as high scoring as we've seen with UConn and even the South Carolina team. Um,
Right.
so I think it'll be a little reasonable,
Mhm.
not jumping out on the stat sheet.
Yeah, I don't. I really hope that I don't. No way that it happens again where UConn just absolutely destroys South Carolina. Hopefully that was a one in a million thing. South Carolina has looked really good against everybody else, and then against that UConn team, obviously they look terrible.
Yeah,
So hopefully we get a good final if those two make it. But yeah, I got UConn winning. Paige and them get them one.
I don't know what I'm more excited for that final game or the USC
USC, UConn, yeah, yeah, man.
Page versus Juju. That's gonna be cinema.
Right. Now, more news that has come out, kind of shifting away from college into the NBA. The Celtics just got sold for I think it was
Mm.
$6.16 billion.
Yep.
And, it had me looking up the most valuable NBA franchises, seeing, exactly where that falls. Now, I want you to try and guess the top five most valuable NBA franchises.
Well, it's got sold for 6.16.
Let's go order.
Order. Oh, okay. I gotta go Lakers one.
That's
No.
wrong.
Okay. Celtics.
Lakers are in there, obviously. Neither. Neither Lakers or Celtics.
New York.
New York is two.
Hmm. I'm trying to think of high market teams, like super high market.
Now, this team, I don't know if you would consider them high market, but a lot of success.
Miami,
No.
Golden State.
Golden State, $9.4 billion valuation for Golden State.
Wow.
New York, you said was two, 7.5. The Lakers, seven. Boston, around that six mark. And then the five.
I'm gonna go either New York or Miami here.
No, New York was two.
Oh,
Miami's 10th, I believe, ninth, 10th, something like that.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
High market, not as much success over the past couple years or the past decade.
Chicago.
Chicago. Chicago coming in at $5.8 billion valuation.
I didn't. I, I did not expect Golden State, but now that I hear it, it makes sense. And
Right. It makes sense with all the success and I
yeah,
mean, all the Curry being there for all that time, being one of the biggest stars in the world. So I mean, it makes sense. I wasn't expecting that either. Uh Shocked me when I looked it up. But yeah, bro, $6.1 billion just having that like ready to buy an organization is insane.
that I can't even fathom $6.1 billion, and they just had that on standby. Just
Right.
yeah, no, that is crazy.
And I was listening to some other guys, another podcast I listened to, Numbers on the Board. They were talking about why it might have been sold right now. And it kind of makes sense, in all of the guys that they have right now in this team, they're not going to be able to keep up the pay.
All right.
over the next. I'd probably give him 2 years. And I feel like they were saying that the ownership might not want to be responsible for when the team breaks up. They don't want that to fall onto them, and it might take a lot of rebuilding, and that kind of makes sense. You sell high while the team is at its peak. So I mean, it makes sense,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
right?
Especially with nowadays, like Luka trade just happened.
Right.
You see their GM is, and every time you see Luka in the Lakers jersey in the comments, it's their GM getting bashed.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would get out of there now because with the second apron, you're not gonna be able to keep. What do they have? Seven key rotation players.
Uh,
They all can't get paid.
right.
So yeah, get out of there before you have to rebuild. You have
Right.
one, maybe two stars, and that's it. And then fans are gonna flip on you
Quick.
quick, no hesitation.
Right. Right. Now I was talking to speaking of Luke getting traded. I was talking to Pops about other stars that could be getting traded. He brought up Giannis. Now, do you think that Giannis could be a guy that gets traded in the near future? Milwaukee doesn't win this year, next year. You think Giannis has out?
Does he get traded or does he ask out? That I
Ask out. Ask out.
I could. I don't know. It depends on Dame's time there, what
Hmm.
Dame does. If Dame stays like two and then Dame asks out, I could see Giannis asking out because then
Uh,
he's back in a position where he's by himself, like in his early days, and by himself, there was no success there for that team. And he knows the value that he has as a player. He knows what he can be. So I
mhm.
could see him asking out at that point and going to play on a better franchise to get some rings.
Right. Um, Giannis has 3 years left, or 2 years after this year, on his contract with a player option. That player option is worth $66 million. Now, to trade Giannis, obviously, it's going to have to be a pretty large package. Uh, and talking about Dame is aging.
Yeah.
You don't win this year. Next year is Dame the same guys. Maybe Giannis is questioning that. Dame is 34 right now. He'll turn 35 in July. So next year he's going to be 35, turning 36. I think maybe Giannis gives him one more year because Dame is still making a lot of money.
Right.
It's not a lot of moves that they can really do with the money that they have in this new second apron. Not a lot of moves that they can really do if Dame is, holding all that money and not producing.
I just I don't it's a hard position. But like you said, there's a lot of money being put into two people. It's hard to build around when you have two players making the amount that they make.
Mhm.
Mm. So yeah, I think I'd say 2 years for Giannis. I think he gives at least one more shot with Dame, and then I think he'll try to request some moves to happen, get him something if Dame is not doing what he needs. And if they can't fulfill that the season after next, I could see him requesting that trade.
Yeah, I definitely could see it as a possibility. Giannis, he did say that he wanted to win a couple years ago, I feel
Yeah,
like.
he did.
Um, and I feel like a lot of teams now from that second apron have to get that third option homegrown.
Yeah,
And speaking of third option, which brings me to Mari's question of the day. Where does Austin Reaves, homegrown Laker talent, undrafted, second round or undrafted, one of the two? He's undrafted.
he's
Austin
under.
Reaves is undrafted.
Yeah,
Where does Austin Reeves rank among third options in the league? Now, I want to throw some names out there, so you don't have to think too hard.
let me get some names.
Um, we have the Thunder, Chet, J Dub, whichever one you want to say.
Okay.
Um, Cleveland, Mobley.
Okay.
Let me see, Celtics, Derek White. Whichever one you want to give him. Um, and the big one for let's talk about those first. The Thunder, what you think?
I go. I say Chet is the third option just
Uh,
because missing last season, missing. most of the season. He hasn't shown that he can be that too. J Dub has been there. J Dub,
Yeah.
J Dub can get you 25 a night. He's shown that he's that number two behind Shea.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen enough from Chet to put him over AR. I've seen AR produce at a high level with Braun and Luka not being there, with Braun and Luka being there. I've seen AR just be able to step in big time, make clutch shots, be a clutch player, and I like what I see out of AR. And then who else did we say?
So you're taking AR over
I'm taking
Chet
AR over
as a
Chet.
third option?
Yeah,
And yeah, I wanna clarify as a third option. I mean, we're not talking about all around game really. We're talking about on the offensive side of the ball, your third option scoring the ball. Who are you taking? You know, ball in the hands. Let's say ball in the hands, not scoring. Ball in the hands. Who are you taking as the third option?
well,
Um,
I'm
Go
definitely
ahead.
taking over Derek White. I
Uh-huh.
see Derek White is more of a valuable defender. Uh,
Yeah.
he's Yeah, he can get you buckets offensively, but he's on the court out there with Jaylen Brown to pick up either the first best player on the other team or the second best, whatever one
Mhm.
Jaylen Brown wants to do. They can interchange.
Right.
But offensively, he's not a primary guy for
Yeah.
them. They have multiple options. And he doesn't really he can produce, but he doesn't really look to produce. AR can produce for himself. So I'm thinking,
Yeah. Yeah. I see Derek White as more of a system player.
yeah,
You know, it's rare that you see the Celtics run a set where give the ball to Derek White, let him do what he do, you know. And there's plenty of times where Austin Reaves is the guy that even with Luka and LeBron on the court, it's AR's turn. Go get a bucket.
yeah,
Go make a play. And AR runs that second unit. Luka and LeBron go to the bench. AR runs the unit by itself. So I mean, we don't see that from Derek White. You know what I mean?
yeah. I'll give Derek White his props on the fact that he knows how to be in the right place at the right time.
For
Watching
sure.
the game, he's always in position to make a play, whether that's an open three or just being in the right spot for a rebound put back. He knows the game very well. So I could see that argument being put in, but I just have AR over him.
Yeah. Cavs, Mobley.
That's a tough one.
That's tough.
I like Mobley's game. A stretch four. That's tough because they're both so valuable to their team. Mm,
Yeah, this was a tough one for me too. But
go ahead.
as I kind of was saying, in terms of pure offense,
Oh yeah, we are going pure off. Yeah,
in terms of pure offense, pure like third option with the ball, I'm going Austin Reeves.
yeah,
Now, obviously, I have Evan Mobley as the better player, All Star, DPOY candidate. I
yeah,
mean, Evan Mobley is the better player, but as a third option offensively with the ball in his hands, give me Austin Reeves.
yeah. Give me AR. I mean, that's also harder, different positions, different skills. But Mobley, I gotta go. AR is just more skilled on the offensive end as a whole. He can
Mhm.
three-level score. Mobley's three-level score as well. AR is a better three-level scorer
Yeah.
outside the paint. Like he can get more buckets outside,
Mhm.
create his own shot. So he's just more skilled offensively. So yeah, I'm gonna go AR. But Mobley, nice. There you go.
Okay, now this one right here was the hardest one for me because right now we have Austin Reeves as probably the best, uh, third option in the league. Now this one here is not like real championship caliber best team in the league like the other ones.
Hmm.
The Sacramento Kings, Sabonis one, DeRozan, Levine, whichever one you want to put 2, 3 is Austin Reeves.
Okay, if you say Levine two and then DeRozan three, are we just going this season or
This
just
season, right now,
that's still tough because DeRozan's game has not changed. He can
at all.
get a
He
bucket
can
when
get a
he wants a
bucket at
bucket.
any time.
That's tough.
Thus, DeMar DeRozan this season, 22 points per game. Um, that's all you need to know.
Yeah,
22 points per game. Levine, 21.7.
it's like I haven't caught too many Kings games, so I'm trying to think of who. has their ball more in their hands. I DeRozan has the ball more. I think Levine's more of like a
Off ball,
fill a
move with
gap,
that. Yeah,
yeah, fill
yeah.
a gap type of player. If it's Levine, I'm gonna go AR. I just because of the fact AR can create by itself, get his own bucket, make a move, get a bucket. Like we just said about Levine. Levine's off ball, plays a role. He could get inside, get to the basket, finish better than AR, but all three levels, I'm gonna go AR.
Uh, uh, I mean, but with Levine, the problem for me is we seen him in Chicago be a one option already, and that was this season. This
Yeah.
season, Levine when he played in Chicago was the Zach Levine we know, getting but like crazy buckets. Now AR when he was by himself, 2 40-point games, almost 40-point triple doubles. So I don't know, bro. I'm gonna give it to AR. Just Laker bias.
This
Um,
this one could definitely be interchangeable
right, for sure.
with all three of them, DeRozan, Levine, and
Yeah,
AR.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It really be any of them.
Yeah, man. AR is definitely one or two, maybe three, depending on who you ask. Third options in the league. And that's crazy from an undrafted player to one of the best in the league. Like you don't see that often.
It's a different type of passion. That's true hunger to
Facts.
go from undrafted to being, a key player on the Lakers at that, you
Taking
know.
the ball away from Luca and LeBron on possessions.
Yeah, that's a different type of you gotta be a different type of player to have that
For sure. For
have
sure.
be able to trust in you to go get a bucket like that when you got the all-time leading scorer Luka on your team. Like
Mhm.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Another switch of topic. Kyrie. We've been seeing him on stream lately.
Yeah.
Now, Kyrie was talking about the one-on-one tournament I saw, and he was saying that it was a lot. If it sounded a lot longer than what I think the one-on-one tournament should be. He was saying every team pick their best five one-on-one players per position, right? Per yeah, five five players, one per position, and go against the rest of the 29 teams in the league until we get one winner in each position.
That okay. The only thing that have to be off season. That because that's too much.
That's too much for an All-Star weekend.
Yeah, that's too much. That have to be like unrivaled league type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there, yeah, it'd have to be, but that also would have to happen like right after finals because they got 3 months, I think.
July finals been right,
Yeah,
early July, um, August,
it's best to
September,
start back
preseason
October.
starting October.
Yeah, so 3 months given the early ending in July. So yeah, that's not. I mean, 30 teams, 5 players each. That's a lot of games you got to play.
Yeah, for sure.
So they would have to start early, and you know that's rough on the body. Playing 82 games. If you make a push in the playoffs, then you're right back in a ones tournament, and then you got to do it all again. That's tough on the body, but that would be a great idea, and it would be interesting to see because then you could see, different bags from players in true positions. They're not trying
Yeah,
to be in a position they're not normally in, and I think it would show people a lot more players' games than what we see on the court.
yeah. Now, hypothetically, this happens. Everybody's giving full effort. Everybody's really locked in on this. Like there's a $1 billion prize at the end of this, right? What player in each position is winning?
Bro, that's a tough question.
Now, I think one that I can say for sure, I don't think anybody's touching Jokic.
No, yeah, he's too skilled.
I don't think anybody's touching Jokic. You think Embiid, we
His,
haven't seen him this year.
his knees, he can't do
He
nothing.
can't
He can't even move.
hang.
I don't. At Is Giannis a four?
Giannis a four.
I don't think anybody. I just think he's too strong. Like once he's just gonna rip through one dribble body. You get like he's too strong. with no help as well. And there's not much you can do to stop Giannis.
Okay, hold on though. Giannis goes against Nas one on one. Nas got the bag. Nas
Nas
gets
just
ball first.
not Nas just can't miss.
Yeah, you miss, it's over.
But Giannis, you can't miss because if you miss, he's just gonna attack you, and he's too strong. You can't. There's nothing you can do there.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a four that can. Zion? Can Zion bump a
Zion,
Giannis?
Zion, physicality wise, he's the best matchup for Giannis. He's
How
just,
long?
I think he's in the Nas read. Or the Nas area. He has the bag. He's big. He got some size on him.
And it's a even better. It's Paolo Banchero.
It's Paolo. Ooh, that'd probably be the final matchup.
I'm out. Back to the centers is Wemby, Jokic.
Ooh,
Jokic, I mean, yes, Jokic is a great rebounder and passer, and that boosts his game up. But pure one on one, no screens, no cuts, no
yeah.
Wemby Jokic is
Wemby is a 7'5" guard.
he gonna tween on offense, pull
And,
up threes.
and I mean, he's not fast, but he's just so long that like
Yeah,
can Jokic really, you know,
move with him.
he do a tweed. He had he just went from top of the key to the wing off a tweed.
And can Jokic really get shots up over Wemby consistently? Good shots.
Ooh, yeah, Wemby might get Jokic.
Wemby might get Jokic.
Wemby might get Jokic.
And the ones Wemby might got
I
Jokic, bro.
definitely forgot about Wemby. Seven,
Now,
yeah.
now, what if you include Kevin Durant in the fours?
Oh, Katie's a three, but if he's a four,
LeBron in the fours.
mm, I mean that's just upgraded Paulo. But
Right. Is he bumping with Giannis? He can ice all he want after the game, leave it all on the floor.
what's the game going to?
Games to games to seven, all ones.
Seven all. Brock can get a stop. He could bang with him. He could definitely bang with him. It's just
Now
all
the
it's
the jumpers really gotta fall
the jump
because
shots have
Bron's not blowing by Giannis this day and age.
nah nah the jumpers have to fall. And he might have the left shoulder bump fade. He's not even a left shoulder bump
He's
fade
not even a left
guy.
shoulder guy.
So he might have to pull some tricks out. But oh, he might give Giannis a run. I think he matches physicality with Giannis. He's there.
Uh-huh.
He's just shorter, but I
Right,
he won't allow Giannis to just get in prime position that he wants to be in, and he'll
right.
make Giannis uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And especially if it's one shot, I think he'll be okay.
So final answer for the fours, who you going?
I think he gives him. I'm going Giannis. I think he gives him a run, but I think Giannis just. I think he'll just overpower at the end.
Give me King James.
Yeah, I know
It
you.
ain't never a day in this life where I will doubt LeBron James. LeBron James can do anything he puts his mind to.
Yo, that was crazy.
LeBron James can do anything. He wants to build a school, he's gonna build a school.
He did that.
He wants to go back to Cleveland and win a ring, he's gonna go do it.
He did that.
He's gonna do whatever he wants to. Now, center's final answer, Wimby.
Yeah, I'm going Wemby.
Yeah, me too. Small forwards.
Ah, all right. Well, we know offensive side of the ball, ain't nobody holding KD.
Now let's talk about candidates. KD, Tatum,
Tatum, yeah. Who else is a three? We put Brown in the four, so uh, Jimmy,
Jimmy. Uh, oh, Jimmy gone.
Jimmy go.
When Jimmy has to score, like when Jimmy wants to score, there's only one option. I mean,
And he's proven. Yeah, he's proven that.
I think Jimmy's taking down Tatum, loses to Durant.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't see anybody stopping KD on the offensive side of the
Yeah,
ball.
man. Yeah,
The
man.
greatest pure scorer you've ever seen.
Right.
There's no, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I think it's got to be a unanimous Kevin Durant here.
Yeah. The two,
Um,
my goodness.
the two, man.
Is a
Anthony Edwards,
AED book.
Jalen Brown. Um,
Who else? Who else? Who
who are
else?
we missing here?
Uh,
Uh, man, I wish we could put Pandemic P in here, man.
are you
It's
putting?
sad to see one of our guys showing signs of being washed.
You know, he just needs to just retire. One bad
It's
season,
over.
one bad season. Don't even let the people get two. Just give him one bad season. You can't do it. You're getting
He's
shots. You're getting
he's getting
shots.
a bag though.
He is getting the bag.
30 plus million a year. You
Is
hanging it
he is getting the bag. The Sixers
for,
are getting waxed.
for real, for sure. Embiid, Paul George.
And Maxi, they're getting
Eh,
waxed.
Maxi looked like
Maxi deserve his bag.
yeah,
But the
he's
other
his
two,
valuation is solid.
yeah,
The other two, come on, bro.
this is robbery. This is played robbery.
At his finest.
You think
Um,
you think
but
it will have to retire medically?
I think so, bro. I mean, like, what have they not tried?
Yeah, they
Multiple
have tried it.
surgeries, like resting
Surgery,
him throughout the season, trying to get him ready for the playoffs.
the
Like,
shot.
if it's that bad to where he's sitting out all these games in the regular season and still can't play, I
Yeah.
mean,
Nah, I think it's over for him.
yeah, tough luck, but man,
Yeah, that is very unfortunate.
right, bro. Never know what can happen with these bodies, man.
Facts.
But back to the shooting guard discussion, we had Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, Jalen Brown, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, D Mitch.
Um, I feel like those are the best candidates we got.
Are you including Luca as a one?
I'd say Luca's a one.
Yeah.
Man, that one discussion. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that one's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, bro. For the twos, I'm going Anthony Edwards. I don't. He got that dog. I mean, we saw him and KD going at it. He was giving KD buckets.
Yeah.
He's not like I don't know, bro. Anthony Edwards. I think the personality also is why I'm picking Anthony Edwards. Who else we got? Book. I think he's giving Book work. Uh, Work is crazy, but I think like I feel like there's some personal ish that would go on there.
Yeah. Hey, you better stand down, man. The truth.
Hey, his boy talked to Barack like that.
But yeah, I gotta go A as well. I think offensively, Book gives him the most trouble.
Mhm.
Book's game is just so poised, so nice.
Yeah, smooth.
Defense wise, I think Ant's mentality, he's not letting himself lose in a one.
Yeah, facts,
Ant is not
facts.
going for that.
Not going for that at all.
So I off of that alone, I feel like you could have that as your argument. But I just think we've seen his offense just it was always good. Continue to improve, not, became a 3-point shooter, consistent 3-point shooter. And then we know how you get on defense. Great on ball defender. He's going to sit down, especially in a
Right,
tournament.
right.
So he's both sides of the ball with it. And then his mentality on top of that. I think that's hard to, you can't really knock that off.
Now let's get to these ones.
Dude, there's so many ones, bro.
Curry, Shea, Luca, Kyrie, Brunson,
Howard.
Dame, Halliburton, John Morant. Um,
Every team really has a point, like a true point guard, bro.
Man,
And out of respect for my guy, just because his nickname is Shifts, shout out Rob, man. I,
okay, Rob,
he might not make a run, but you gotta have Rob in the one tournament.
Trey Young,
Trey, yeah.
Cade,
Okay. Woo, woo.
bro, bro. I mean, you could literally pick anybody here. Um, I think I'm gonna eliminate Trey right away
Yeah,
because of the defense.
no defense there. Uh,
Um,
Rob gonna go. Who else?
Cade, nice, but I don't know if he's hanging with the Lukas, the Shays, the Currys.
I'm not counting Cade out. Did you say
With them
LaMelo?
boys,
Did you say LaMelo?
LaMelo. Oh my God,
LaMelo. I think LaMelo goes early though. Awesome
man.
defense.
I mean, but even though we might look and say the defense is not there, bro is 6'7",
He is
6'6", 6'7".
he is 6'7". That is true.
That size gonna be a problem for guys.
Yeah. I
Honestly,
can't count Cade out, bro. I can't.
I think okay. I'm gonna give two answers here. I'm gonna go Shea because of the mix of size, good, great defender, can get to his spots at will.
Yeah.
Pure bucket. Like I think I'm gonna go Shea, but if there's no like dribble limit,
Gotta go Ree.
I'm going Ree or Luca.
Luca, yeah. Luca also has a big frame. He,
Right.
I in the ones with the point guards, the taller ones are at an advantage.
Yeah, for sure.
You just have, you get shots up over them. You have more size, more strength on them.
I think
It's,
rules matter a lot here.
rules do matter. Rules definitely matter.
Is there a dribble count? Are we starting somewhere specific?
Even with a dribble counting Kyrie, I can't. I'm not counting Ree out.
Oh man,
I think
man.
he might like a dribble count more.
Kyrie has a move for everything, bro.
And he has, yeah, he's gonna whatever you do, he's countering it,
Yep.
and it's like he doesn't even think about it. It's just like something clicks in his head. He said, "Do this, do this." It's crazy.
Steph?
I Steph is an underrated ball handler. We know he can create a shot uh,
Yep.
from anywhere on the court. Don't matter. It's more than likely dropping. I I get small guard though. Not the best on ball defender, but Steph can play defense. I'm not gonna sit here and say
Yep.
Steph don't defend.
Yeah, I think the top three for me might be Shea, Kyrie, Luca. No order right there. Those three I think are the top candidates out the ones to win.
I'm going no order. Shea, Reed, and Steph. Steph
Yeah,
is
bro. Greatest point guard of all time.
yeah, yeah, no doubt.
It
And
it's hard to pick against them.
every guy on this list, he's probably gave 40 or
True.
close to it. So
True.
I I can't count Steph out. I can't eliminate Steph. He would be one of my top finalists, if not the winner.
Sleeper pick Brunson.
Brunson he would definitely give trouble.
Size don't matter with Brunson.
No, it doesn't. Oh, you know who we forgot at the twos?
Who?
Yeah, pause. Uh we forgot Harden.
Oh,
We
fear the
forgot,
beard.
we forgot Beard Beard.
Oh
We
man,
said Brunson.
James Harden.
When we said Brunson, it made me think about lefties. And I was
Yeah,
like,
and bro, Harden definitely still got the offensive bag.
but
That don't go.
I'm not that doesn't change my answer. Uh I still got
Yeah, I think I still got in.
I still
Just
got
Prime Harden 2018.
Prime Harden. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. He might get Ant. Prime Harden might get Ant.
Yeah. Uh,
Prime Harden might get Ant.
yeah, I don't know if there's a solution for Prime Harden.
I mean, they had people guarding him behind him.
Right.
Uh,
Trying everything.
they took away his whole left hand, and he still was putting
He
up
still
40.
got to it.
Yeah, yeah, there was nothing you could do. There's
Max.
two at him. It didn't matter. He was getting 40 a night. Yeah, I might not even be a might get him. Harden's getting him. Prime Harden. Prime Harden getting him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro, this will be crazy to see. With that, hopefully the NBA implements some type of one-on-one tournament so we could stop all the chit chatter and we think this and we think that, and we can see proof on the screen in front of our own two eyes.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, we'll keep up with the college March Madness going on, women's as well, NBA hoops, all the hoops going on right now. It's March. Um, anything words of wisdom? You got words of wisdom?
Let's see what I can cook up here. You know, you mentioned God early,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna just keep it simple. Keep God or anybody who you believe in a higher up in your life. You know, they might not have the answer for you right away, but the answer will show itself eventually. Just keep faith in them and keep believing that they believe in you, and the evidence will show.
Hey man, I'm gonna add on to that real quick. Um, Mom was talking to me about religion today a little bit,
Hmm.
and no matter what you believe, it's about doing the right thing.
All right.
You know what I mean? Do the right thing, make the right decisions, and you'll be all right in the end of it. But yeah, bro. Good words of wisdom, good episode. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.